Today we're going to talk about 3 heavy hitters in the Arc'teryx Shell category. We're going to talk about the Beta AR, we're going to talk about the Macai Shell, and the Macai Insulated Shell. We're going to break this down into key features, technical specs, and then who's it for. So first up, we're going to talk about the Arc'teryx Macai Insulated Jacket. So, the key features on this one, it's just that really all-in-one insulated ski and snowboarding resort jacket. It's really designed for all sorts of cold and snowy conditions. It's very warm with that 750 downfill material and then synthetic insulation kind of on the shoulders and neck to keep a little bit more of that moisture off of you. It's a waterproof, windproof shell with that Gore-Tex Performance membrane. But at the end of the day, this jacket, just those key features, it's the insulated version of the jacket with a dope shell on the outside. So if you're somebody that just wants one jacket, this is really that last jacket you're ever going to buy because it has premium insulation to keep you warm. It has a really good shell on the outside to keep you dry, and it's all in one package. You don't need to worry about which fleece do I need to wear, which down jacket do I need to wear, which shell do I need to wear. That's a little bit more technical, and these 2 jackets will cover that. But really, if you're just looking for that last resort jacket, this one's gonna be great. Something cool you can see here with all of these jackets as well, not the Beta AR, but the Macai specifically, they do come with that shoulder zip as well for your park pass. So that's really nice. And then the Macai Insulated Jacket does come with a powder skirt. So that's really nice, again, to keep the snow, the moisture out of your legs, out of your lower back. And then it does come with that helmet compatible drop hood as well. So really good. I do think it's important to protect your noggin while you're out on the slopes. So really good to have a jacket that works with your helmet and keeps you safe. So really, again, just has every little key feature that you need to keep you happy, dry, and warm while you're on the resort. So we touched a little bit on the specs in those key features, but I'm gonna break it down just again to make it simple for you. So 750 fill Goose Power Down, which is RDS certified, really eco-friendly, and then also has that synthetic insulation in the shoulders and neck to help keep you dry. It's got that Gore-Tex Performance shell on the outside with that new EPE membrane. So again, focus on being a little bit better for the environment while keeping you super dry at the same time. It's got fully seam taped seals, waterproof zippers, 3-layer Gore-Tex, all that good stuff, removable hood. So it's really feature driven, and then all of that comes in a package of about 930 to 970 grams, depending on the size, from medium to extra large. So we'll just say kind of power packed right in that whole 950 gram weight category. So for the weight to insulation and protection kind of ratio, I don't think there's a better jacket on the market right now. So who's it for? Again, resort skiers, people who want the best jacket. If you want to be warm and dry, be prepared for like a nice bluebird day, but also a cold and stormy day. If you want maximum warmth without needing to worry about any layers, you want to be the most badass person on the hill, and then you need that premium, fully featured jacket that has every single thing you could ever want. That's your jacket. The Macai Insulated Shell has it all. Resort skier who doesn't want to worry about anything, just wants to have fun. That's the jacket for you. Next, we're gonna talk about the Macai Shell jacket. Basically, we're not gonna talk too much about this one. The Macai Shell is the Macai Insulated Jacket without the insulation. So no frills, fully waterproof, fully windproof, breathable shell jacket, removable hood, helmet compatible hood, all of that good stuff that we did talk about the Macai Insulated, but it does not have any of that 750 fill goose down on there. So if you are someone who likes to get technical with your layering, from your base layers to your fleece to your puffy jacket to your shell, but you want the most waterproof jacket on the market, this is the one for you. No insulation, but it does come with that 3-layer Gore-Tex Performance shell with that EPE membrane, so good for the environment, good for you, keeps you dry, keeps us safe, all of that good stuff. With that loss of the insulation, a nice feature or a nice thing to talk about with this jacket is it's obviously lighter, a little bit more packable, a little bit more compressible because you don't have any insulation. So whereas the Macai Insulated Jacket is coming in right around 950 grams, the Macai Shell is coming in at 750 grams. So you're losing 200 grams of weight, but you definitely are gonna pick that back up with your jacket, your insulated jacket that you do have underneath this. So it's not a huge weight saving, but if you do wanna be a little bit more technical with what you put underneath, this is a fantastic shell for that. So who's this for? If you want that flexible shell where you can layer underneath, if you want a jacket that's gonna be a little bit more user-friendly in a variety of situations from the resort to the backcountry, this is primarily a skiing and snowboarding jacket with the way it's cut and the features built in with the helmet compatibility and the snow skirt. So it's not a hiking jacket, it's not a rock climbing jacket, it's not an ice climbing jacket. It is a skiing and snowboarding jacket with all of those super rich features, just no insulation. So if you like control of what's underneath your jacket and how warm or cold you are, the Macai Shell is the jacket for you. So next up, last but certainly not least, the Beta AR jacket. In my opinion, probably the most well-rounded shell that Arc'teryx makes. And I said well-rounded, but I should have said all-rounded. AR stands for all-rounder, so it's literally good at anything. This is a high-performance, durable, hardcore shell built for alpine climbing, built for mountaineering, built for hiking, built for skiing, built for snowboarding, built for walking around town so you can stay dry. It's the last rain jacket you'll ever need, but it doesn't come with any insulation at all. God damn it, Bobby. All right, so this Beta AR is really all about that durable shell, and it's reinforced in those high wear areas. So you think the yoke, the arms, the shoulders, the elbows, the forearms, everywhere where you're gonna be moving around a lot and have the potential to be scratching this against rock faces. With that fabric being stronger, it's also lighter fabric on the main body to reduce that bulk. So all of that thicker fabric on those areas that really want to stay protected is a little bit thicker, but then where you're gonna be having a lot of that heat retention here in your core, it's a thinner fabric, so it's gonna do a better job at heat transfer, keeping the heat in, getting the whole cold out, but then also keeping you protected in those correct areas. So that's a really sick feature. This also has a helmet compatible hood, so it does again work for skiing and snowboarding, also for rock climbing helmets, so a super good feature. It comes with the pit zips to let the air in, let the air out. So if you're looking for that, high output adventure jacket, that's gonna keep you well covered in a lot of different situations where you might be, taking some falls, getting scratched around a lot, something really rugged. The Beta AR is that rugged shell. So Beta AR, no insulation. It's just a shell, so it doesn't have any insulation like the Macai Insulated Jacket, but it does come with that 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro membrane. Whereas the Macais come with the Performance Gore-Tex, the Beta AR comes with the Pro Gore-Tex. And basically what that means is you're just getting a more waterproof and more rugged, more durable shell with a higher denier fabric on the outside. Like we talked about, rugged features, rugged performance, more abrasion resistance. That's what that Pro Gore-Tex is all about. So, not only is it PFAS free, like we keep talking about with that new EPE membrane, but it's also gonna keep you safer. So this jacket right here, you can see the logos are a little bit different. So this Beta AR in particular is actually an older model that still has PFAS in it. There are still some out there, some states where you can and can't buy it. So if you are looking for a PFAS jacket, one of the old Gore-Tex Pro jackets, you can definitely pick that up on our website, but you can find it in a lot of different places. If you do really want to stay super waterproof, PFAS still is king in that world. They're figuring it out with EPE, and it's coming. It's going to be pretty quickly neck and neck. The scientists over at Gore-Tex that we have got the chance to talk to are telling us how good that EPE membrane really is and how excited they are about it. But I do think that the PFAS fabrics still do have a little bit more waterproof. So snag it while you can at a discount. So pretty good option if you are looking for something that's a hardcore shell at a good price. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about the fabric about this Beta AR because I do think it is a little bit important, and I am gonna look at my computer here because I wanna give you the exact correct features about this fabric. So like I talked about with this AR, those durable fabrics in the high wear zones the shoulder, the elbows, anywhere, the forearms where you're gonna be doing a lot of movement or scratching. It's got that 100D to 80D fabric. So that face fabric is just really durable with that 100 denier kind of patterning on it. And then on the body, it's got that 40D to maybe 30D lighter main body fabric to allow for less weight in those areas and more weight in these areas. So it just does a good job of like being well-rounded for a lot of versatility in different situations. So really good fabric patterning, good sewing. The people at the Arc'teryx warehouse know what they're doing. I've seen them sewing stuff, they're good. Something that's pretty cool about this as well is with all of those cool features, this shell is definitely lighter than the other two as well. The Macai shell is coming in at 750 grams, like we said, and the Beta AR with a better shell, arguably with that Pro Performance shell, is coming in at 450 grams. So you're saving about half of the weight for a cheaper product that also is gonna give you better functionality. So really good option. So who is the Beta AR for? You know, like the serious outdoor adventurer getting into alpine climbing, mountaineering, backcountry skiing, and snowboarding, where you really want that performance shell that's gonna keep you protected in all of the correct areas, but have that nice lighter face fabric around the body. So if you are like that hardcore end user who really knows what they're doing and wants to be safe in a lot of variable conditions, the Beta AR is probably the jacket for you. Kind of best bang for your buck price-wise as well. At the end of the day, all three of these shells are super hardcore, super insulated, kind of last jacket you ever need type of scenario. If you want performance in the most lightweight, most functional, most rugged option, go for the Beta AR. If you want kind of something midline, that's more for skiing and snowboarding with those, you know, ski and snowboard on-hill features with the powder skirt and the helmet compatibility and all that, go for the Macai Shell. But then if you want that 750 fill down insulation on the inside of the jacket and you don't want to worry about layering at all, and if you're on the resort mostly, the Macai Insulated Jacket is for you. If you want to check out any of these jackets or anything else in our jacket lineup, head over to the website at ridgeandriver.com, and don't forget to use the code YouTube10 for 10% off of anything on our website. Drop a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if this is something you're interested in and you want some more of it. Thanks so much for watching. Have fun shredding out there. See you later.